Next up, we have David with a clock project, which looks very intimidating right now. But I guess he's going to tell us more about it.
Perfect. So, you can hear me? My name is David. I'm usually designing prototypes, freelance for like 2 years now, and this is a little passion project that has a little bit of a story to it. So I was visiting my then girlfriend in Utrecht. She was doing summer school, and on this occasion we walked through the city center with a couple of friends, and I walked. There was a big church, really nice streets. I really go to Utrecht if you can. It's a beautiful city. And I was walking through there, and then I noticed something. I had to walk a little bit back, and I saw the logo of the Spielclock Museum. And I was astonished to see that, because I remembered from Martin's videos that he got inspiration from there. I pulled all the friends into that museum. They had no interest in that whatsoever, purely everything mechanical. But I was amazed. I took a bunch of photos, and on the 8-hour drive home, I made some plans, some sketches, and I theorized this at first. Yeah, I can just show you. It's a half-finished prototype, and it's supposed to be a digital analog clock, if you want to. Let's see if it runs. We might be out of luck here. Anyway, I was trying to make this talk a little bit to get like the design, explain the design phase of how I did this, and maybe to have some mistakes that I made that everybody else could avoid, and share a little bit of the process. But it would be cool if it worked. It doesn't, unfortunately. It worked at the table. I swear. Who saw it? Who saw it at the table already? Okay, thanks. And then that's probably probably enough in terms of that. Okay, so basically what I tried was to the name. Basically, the name I thought of the project. I Googled for. I do that all the time. I Googled for some Greek mythology involved in that. Everybody does that. I'm not the only one, I think. And I found a god-like figure from some mythology that's called Aeon. It means something like time as well. And obviously Martin somehow influenced the idea, so that's why it's called Time Machine. It's like a machine that displays time, not a literal time machine, of course. So the function of this is simple. We use registration wheels like Martin does as well. Just those registration wheels have different states. They have on and off states for each of the 7 segments here. And what I think I can do is just turn this by hand so you can see maybe the numbers rotating through, because we don't need motors. If we can do it like this. Yes, and the 1 countdown. So what happened was I realized I needed a translation, because the first 2 digits of a clock obviously represent the minutes, which means this one goes 0 to 9, this one goes 0 to 5, because after 59 it goes back to 1. And this one goes 0 to 9 as well, and this one would go 0 to 3. The problem with that is if I make a Geneva mechanism all the way to the end, the last gear will be really, really stiff and hard to turn by a single motor. So I use 2 motors, and both of them are the same. So this wheel counts from 0 to 9, this one from 0 to 5, 0 to 9, and 0 to 5. And that also means I can reuse this and make a timer that uses minutes and seconds instead of just seconds and hours as well. So you can reuse that a little bit. One thing about that was I realized you can use just 2 axles and have kind of reuse every axle for the axle of the registration fingers. This mechanically is really stupid, I realized, because the force of those fingers pushing back, especially the bottom one, doesn't actuate much, because it should be parallel force, but it's not. So that's one mistake I made. And one thing that works is the Geneva mechanism. It turns 36 degrees on one wheel and then 60 degrees on the next wheel for, actuating. Yeah, it's not finished. I want to finish it. What I want to do is basically build a project that people can make themselves at home. This is way too big for any printer, but it had to be that big for the experiment to work, for the prototype to be regarded as feasible or not. I'm not sure if it's possible yet to make this fully 3D printable, but I kind of want to have something that uses the least, the simplest system for displaying numbers, which is a 7-segment clock, and displays that in the most complicated way ever. Yeah, so that's my project. Thank you so much. If you have questions, feel free to ask. No questions? One question, yes.
I think there's also another clock by Florian who worked for Martin. Did you see this?
A clock, I know someone showed me a different type of 7-segment display.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? The one that
Yeah.
flaps like to the back?
No, it looks more like this. It's by Florian who also worked for Martin. It's F. is his channel, I think, on
Okay, nice. I would be interested in seeing that. You can show me after
I
the
don't know
talk.
whether I find it, but yes, try.
Interesting. Thanks. Any other questions? That's good then I explained everything well enough. Okay, so thanks.
Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot for that presentation and this amazingly overcomplicated project. Don't we love it? Just engineering stuff and then making it overly complicated just because we can. We don't need to, but we do it anyways just because we can. By the way, can I grab your microphone, please? Don't run away with it. It's expensive.
No, I will bring it back.